Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. I'm one of your hosts, JA, and I'm joined by Scotty 2 Hottie on the right side of the couch over there. Absolute legend. And also by the resident podiatrist of the podcast, George.
You know it. Ladies, you know what
if anyone wants the in-joke to that, just shoot me a private message and I'll let you all know.
We had a very lively pre-show discussion. That's for sure.
That was not appreciated.
As we always do, we had a lively pre-show discussion. Make sure you get on our socials. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the Tickety Talk. Shout out to all the people that are commenting. Still growing every week. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Unreal. It's just good to have a following that's not full of bots that don't ever do anything, which is awesome.
Unlike other
shout out,
not a direct shot at anyone, so you can work that out for yourselves. But also,
I want to do some direct shots.
We'll do that after.
I'll bet that live.
Are there some feeding?
Yeah, I was about to say we haven't heard enough about your direct shots.
Yeah, man.
And shout out to our friends at Sporting Globe Churnside Park, our beautiful sponsor. Make sure if you're heading in there for a meal or a beer, to download the app, change your account information, go to the sponsorship and change the Vault Studio NFL podcast. And yeah, we appreciate our friends down there. Shout out to Dave and Louise.
Are we on the hunt for some new sponsors this whole season?
We're always on the hunt for new sponsors. Obviously, no one will ever replace our boys at the TSG.
No, we're not about replacement. We're talking about, amalgamate.
I'm thinking like we definitely need like a Zyn sponsor or something like that. That's the first one. Actually, there's this NFL podcast in America that they're sponsored by Zyn, and they've got the Zyn vending machine that gets the dog for them, and they just while they're doing the podcast, they just hit the button, a Zyn packet falls out. It's so funny.
That would be very dangerous.
What do we have to do?
You two degenerates.
Oh yeah.
What do we have to do?
You're the biggest problem here. Don't you turn on anyone else. Loaded show tonight. We've got some questions. We've got George has got his winners and losers from the draft. Scotty's got his best picks and worst picks from the draft. So they will correlate with each other as we go.
We're
symbiotic.
So, Scotty just learned that word the other day when we said it.
Can he spell it? Not sure.
No, I definitely couldn't spell it.
There's a Y in it and
an M
and an S. That's all I know.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
A B.
Yeah, there is a B. Correct.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
I'll spell it out.
You know what? You got one letter more than what I thought you would. well done, Scotty. Well, as usual, we're off the rails to start the show.
I'm done.
Absolutely off the rails. Make sure give us a follow on our socials. Big show tonight. And let's start with we're going to do a few storylines that happened post draft and during the draft, and we want to start with our boy Diego Pavia.
Hey,
why can't I get this right?
There was so many times pre-show.
I don't think it matters because we're going to forget his name in 6 months anyway.
Yeah.
What's the point?
He's going to be a storyline during rookie camp, and then unfortunately for him, it's just.
So he did sign a 3-year contract with the Ravens. Now it's no guarantees. It's basically just if he ends up being good. I just think it's a bad move by him because if he ends up being good, then they've got him for nothing.
Yeah,
he's essentially a walk-on, pretty much,
basically
at this point, right?
Yeah. So he's going to minicamp with the Ravens, which is fine. He went undrafted. He's the first Heisman finalist to go undrafted since 2004.
And the reason
16.
For
2004.
I think it's 2016.
Anyway, for a very
if
long
I'm
time,
wrong, let me know.
The reason for that is because he's 5'5".
It is. That's the only reason. If he's 6'1", he'd probably be a third-round draft pick.
Very fair.
I have a bit of a
different
conversation to have.
I'm not hanging shit on him for being 5'5". Everyone knows me. I love my short king. Shout out Brock. But he's 5'5". He can't see over a center. He can't see over a tackle. There's no. What's the point in this?
Here's my issue with this. Right, he fell in the draft. Fine, it happens. Where's all the outrage that we got last year with Shedeur Sanders falling in the draft? Because this kid, from all rights, had a better college season than Shedeur Sanders ever had. Yet the absolute meltdown that media had over Shedeur Sanders going undrafted, who was as big a dickhead as Pavia and didn't play as well. Now, I get he's more prototypical NFL. I get it. He's tall. He's I don't think he's got a bigger arm, but he fits the build more. So why no outrage this year?
Well, because of his last name, James. You know the answer.
That's my point. So it feeds back to when we had these discussions last year and everyone was telling us, oh, give the kid a chance. Why are we shitting on him? Why is there no outrage over him?
Oh, because you don't have Mel Kiper taking over the whole draft show saying, I can't believe that Shedeur Sanders hasn't been taken and yada, yada, yada. Like, it's just media driven.
Of course it's media driven. But what are the media going to turn around and say in response to Diego Pavia not getting drafted? Oh, why didn't he get drafted? Because he's a hobbit. Like, that's why.
And the same reason why Shador fell to the 5th was he can't throw the ball and he can't read a defense and he runs around in the pocket and takes a 20-yard sack and gets him behind the chains. Like, same thing.
So, I mean, I just think like if we're going to be consistent with our outrage on guys falling in the draft, let's be consistent on it. I wasn't outraged by Shador and I'm not outraged by Pavia.
I get your point, but I'm going to disagree with you because there's no room for outrage with this. Yeah. Because outrage about what?
That he was a Heisman finalist that didn't get drafted.
He had no business being a Heisman
finalist.
No, he had a good college. Vanderbilt with a joke, and he took them into the contention for the.
Fine. Let's say I'm wrong.
He won more games. He had a better season. He won more games than Shador.
Let's say I'm wrong, and he deserved to be a Heisman finalist.
He definitely did.
Okay, great, cool, fine. I'll concede I'm wrong. There's no way that his game or his physical attributes will ever translate into the NFL.
Well, his physical attributes will, because he's plays like Baker Mayfield. He's got the dog in him. He does everything with all 100% effort and all that.
I keep saying he's 5'5". I'm obviously joking.
He's 5'9".
He's 5'9".
Yeah. We can't seriously sit here and have a proper discussion about a QB not getting drafted when he's 5'9".
No, it's just
I'm not saying that it's wrong that he didn't get drafted. What I'm saying is,
you're asking why there's no outrage. I'm saying there's no room for outrage. There's no reason for outrage. There can't be.
Yeah.
No serious person can sit there and go, "I'm outraged at Diego."
Well, there was talks about him going in the late first and early second as well.
No,
that's anyone that says that is completely.
He was on Gruden's camp, and Gruden was pretty high on him.
Yeah, because he's a good quarterback. It's just the height thing.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's just too short.
Yeah, that's if that's the answer, that's fine. But I'm just saying, let's just flag it now because the outrage was pretty high last year and pretty low this year.
Well, also Shador was he second or third in sales for jerseys. So there's obviously some sort of following of full blown fucking retards that like him and can't see that he's a good quarterback.
He's got the right.
Sorry, can't see passing.
And a lot of that is because of his last name. That's it.
Oh, and he does the stupid wash thing, and he's fucking,
he's as unbearable as Pavia. Maybe more unbearable.
No, Pavia's not unbearable.
Oh, he's got to shut his mouth. Like,
I haven't
tweeting or doing an Instagram post saying "fuck the NFL" after you don't go draft and then deleting it. Yeah. Not the best move. He's also representing himself. He's his own agent, which I don't hate. I think
turns out he didn't get enough money to get an agent anyway, so smart.
Yeah, it's pretty fair. So I just think that let's judge everyone equally. And I think he's been the fact that all the media are just ignoring it now. And last year they certainly didn't ignore it. That's my entire point on it.
He's just the wrong minority.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
So yeah.
Unfortunately. Sorry, he was the first finalist since Jordan Lynch in 2014.
Yeah. Did I say 14 or 16?
16. I said 04. That's why I got it wrong. It was 14. Yeah, my bad.
Anyway, Ravens brought him in.
3-year deal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Look, he's got a chance. He's in the race and he's got the dog in him. I wouldn't bet against him.
He'll make the roster.
Yeah.
He's going to make Diego Pavia is going to make the 53-man roster.
Who's their backup
for the Ravens?
Tyler Huntley's their backup. He'll make the roster. Every team.
Remember, he might be the third emergency.
A third quarterback doesn't count to your 53.
Right.
You're allowed to. No, sorry. They count to your 53. They don't count to your 46 on game day. They're your 47th because then if two get hurt, you got to go.
Right.
Yeah. He'll make the roster.
No, zero chance.
He's a chance. I wouldn't, like I said, he's got that.
I don't think they'd sign him to a 3-year deal if they didn't think he was a chance to make
I think they signed him for that 3-year deal because the CFL were circling really bad.
Yeah.
Is it the Birmingham?
The Birmingham Broncos. That's the UFL, you mean?
UFL. Yeah. There was definitely a CFL team that was circling around. So obviously the Ravens go, hey, we'll give you a 3-year deal we can cut you at any time for no money at all and see how it pans out. So, good luck. He's still living the dream. So
I like
the kid.
I don't. He says a lot of dumb things, but I think he says it with the right intent. I think he just wants to be a really good footballer.
I don't think he says the wrong things.
I haven't seen much, but what I've seen, I didn't love.
I don't know. I tend to disagree with all of this. I think he's just a wear your heart on the sleeve kind of guy, and there's no difference between him and Baker Mayfield. He's a locker room guy. He will run through a brick wall.
Very well liked.
Yeah,
by teammates and coaches.
Yeah, and like Baker Mayfield may rub people the wrong way, but I don't see that as an arrogance. I see that as like a confidence.
I'm going to sound like a fuckwit here.
What?
Well, it's pretty common. So
Fair, very fair. But I feel like I need to preface this.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between Pavia and Baker Mayfield, and it's 4 inches.
Okay.
And that's enough though.
But I'm just saying I like the kid, and I'm not seeing his character as a negative, is what my point is. I'm seeing it more as like we all love Baker. We love the way he goes about it. He blocks downfield. He does everything he can. He's scrappy. I'm just saying Pavia's cut from the same cloth. I'm not saying that
that's fair.
Anything different. I'm just saying I like the way he goes about it. I don't think it's like a...
Clearly the Ravens like him too. That's why they gave him a 3-year deal.
It's more of a confidence and an arrogance is how I'm seeing it.
Yeah, that's fair too. The only thing I'm taking away is that George said 4 inches is enough. So we'll move on to, which is big for me. Someone say it's double what I needed. Now, the next guy, Jamond McCoy out of Tennessee, fell to the 4th round. Like I had him projected in the top 15. A lot of experienced draft guys had him going in the 1st round 100%.
After the pro day, I think everyone was very high on him. Apparently the pro day went really well, and then it's your story. So
the issue is that
fill us in, big boy.
The medical reports all come out before they get drafted, that his knee injury isn't just he's done his knee, it's a freak accident, it happens. He has a degenerate knee issue in both knees.
Yep.
And that NFL teams are incredibly concerned that if he's able to play at a high level in the NFL, that it's probably only going to be for a rookie contract.
Yep.
And I think the fact that he still went in the 4th round shows you that that's how good he is, that the Raiders are willing to take a chance on a guy that may be out of the NFL in 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. That 3rd, 4th, 5th round seems pretty perfect because it's team control for pretty much fuck all. He's everything you're seeing right now is the ceiling is one contract. He's out of the league in 4 years. He won't be able to perform. So
that's a lot.
It's betting against him, but who knows? With NFL treatment and all that sort of stuff.
Degenerate's a big word though. It's a meaningful word. It's that you can't fix it. It's there.
I understand.
It's happening no matter. I'm not saying you don't understand. I'm saying that it's happening, and no matter what you do, it's gonna happen. It's degenerate. It has to happen at some point. It's not a matter of if, it's when.
Yeah.
Correct.
I hope it's at 10 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
I hope for him because he was an outstanding college player, and if he didn't have these issues, he's going in the 1st round 100%. This is the only reason. It's nothing to do with talent.
Coming off the ACL, he was still coming in the 1st round.
Yeah.
So that just shows you the caliber of player we're talking about here. It's just unfortunate that body can't take the mileage, and it's a demanding position on the joints. It's a 360 degrees radius. It's a 1-step sprint. There's contact. Like it's if you have something like that where your knees or your hips or your shoulders can't handle it, like it's unfortunate.
Yep, it sucks.
Corner's a hard enough position to play anyway. Fully healthy.
Yeah. 100%. And we know that the biggest drop off at any position is corner.
Yep.
As soon as you lose a step, you're in real trouble.
Yeah. Yep.
We've seen plenty of corners struggle from it. So, all right, let's get to our winners and losers. This is Georgie Boy's big segment.
Oh, I don't know about big, but it is a segment.
Well, anything you do is big, man. So you've told me.
Big man.
Could you for big man things.
Big man things, yeah. I want to before we do winners, I want to start with honorable mentions first, please. So let's go to honorable mentions. And first off the top, I'm going to give your Dallas Cowboys just a little bit of
this better stop after this week because this love between the Cowboys.
The Cowboys love is going to stop at week 1.
Okay, good. Perfect.
2 things. One, firstly, I'm going to give you some love for helping us straight up to get Kyle Lehman. Fuck Pittsburgh. Thank you for that. And secondly, and most importantly, for getting arguably one of, if not the best player in the draft at pick 10 is amazing value. Congratulations.
11.
Yep. Congratulations. Great value. He's going to be awesome for you guys in that scheme. He's an awesome player, really sort of a Swiss Army knife type player. He can play anywhere in the backfield. He can come down. He can help in the run game. He's going to be awesome. He's going to be a 10-year starter for you guys. He's going to be unreal player, Caleb Downs. And secondly, I want to give another honorable mention to the Raiders because in their minds, they've found their franchise QB. If you found your franchise QB, you're already a winner. Think about it. Like, they've already got some good pieces on offense. Janty, 2nd year. Improve the O-line. Max Crosby's back. Bowers. There's some good things happening in Vegas. I think I'm hoping that as a franchise, they've turned the corner. I think Brady in the building. They got Seattle boy Kubiak now in the building. There's a lot of like high caliber people in that organization now, and more often than not, if you've just got a bunch of high-performing, high-caliber people in a room, good things are going to happen just automatically.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like it's inevitable that good things are going to happen. There's a lot of talent. There's enough talent on the field now for them to. I'm not saying that they can compete to win the division because that's a very hard division, obviously with Denver and with the Chiefs coming good and Chargers as well. But they can at least be taken as a serious franchise now. I think moving forward, they're not like we're not a joke anymore. We're a serious team now, and like if you want to come into Vegas, you're not coming for a holiday and we've got to play Vegas too. Like you're coming there and you're going to hopefully have a hard game. So let's go to my two winners that I wanted to talk about. Firstly, I want to talk about the Ravens, who had a hell of a draft. I'm just going to get their picks up here. Where are they here? Who did they pick? They picked the guard. The guard.
Vega.
Vega. Absolute unbelievable pick for them. Perfect pick for their needs. They needed help on the O-line, especially on the interior O-line, which is going to help the run game with Henry running his powers up the middle. And it's also going to help Lamar stay upright because he's been a bit banged up the last couple of years. Let's be honest. He's had a lot of health issues, getting hit a lot, and he's a small guy as well. So that'll be really good. The other pick that they got was who else did they pick? Yeah, Zion
Young. Yeah,
unbelievable pick to get him. I thought he was going to go in the first round. To get him in the second round at pick 45, unbelievable value. He's going to really help their defense get pressure. A lot of their guys on defense starting to get a little bit old on that D line, like Van Noy and all those other guys. So that's another really good pick. And I like Jacoby Lane, the wide receiver from USC. I thought that was a really good pick too. Good for them.
I've got a question for the for the Ravens. Has it worked out better? Obviously, the Crosby situation that's kind of, as the NFL know, it's a week-by-week news cycle, day by day even.
Depends if you're Mike Vrabel or not.
Was this a better...
Shots fired. Shots fired from Scotty.
Very good from Scotty.
I like that.
Was this better than getting Crosby?
Look, I think
I think so, yeah.
Crosby is, obviously when he's fit and playing well, he's a proper game breaker.
Yep.
I'm not sure that the Ravens really need that kind of guy. I think they could sort of like make him up in the aggregate a little bit, if that makes sense. They got Hendrickson, they got a few other pieces, whatever. Personally, I think shoring up that O-line, in my opinion, is more important than getting, a flashy pass rusher. That's just what I think.
That's fair.
Maybe I'm biased, but that's just what I think.
I think that I know that Zion Young's a second rounder, but they probably wouldn't have drafted a D end in the second round if they had Crosby. So if you take Vega at guard, who's just a running machine, so it opens up running lanes for Henry and Lamar.
Yep.
And then on top of that, you got Hendrickson and Zion Young. I think the combination of those three is probably better for your overall team success than having Crosby. Like, I'm not saying that he's not good, but I'm just saying that they probably had a little bit more. They had a few more needs than we anticipated.
Yes.
Fair. And I think just getting the flashy D end alone probably wouldn't have solved too many problems.
Yeah, it makes you like the offseason darling, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, what a great move!" But when you actually look at it properly, look at the depth chart, there's a few more holes than what people really thought of.
And Linderbaum's a huge loss, so they've nullified that the best that they can.
Yeah, that's fair too.
Yeah.
So
drafting the best guard in the draft goes a long way to doing that. I agree.
I think the Crosby move, the killer is, I think that if they'd not made the Crosby move, I think Linderbaum's still a Raven personally because they have the capital. Because apparently he wanted to stay, they didn't want to pay. I think without the Crosby deal, they're probably more.
But they probably wouldn't get Hendrickson then.
Maybe not. I'm not as high on Hendrickson. I like him as a player overall over his career, but I think they've got him at the wrong time.
I agree.
I blame that fully on the Bengals for fucking Hendrickson around for the last two seasons.
Yep, I agree.
I think he can come in and be serviceable. He can still come in and do a job.
He's not going to be an 18-sack game breaker.
No.
But he'll fit that defense. He'll be a good in, but I don't think he's going to be the
all pro caliber that he was.
I don't think he is.
I think the Ravens know that though, don't they?
They haven't paid
him that he's going to.
They've paid him like he's an all pro.
Yeah.
What was his contract?
Like $30 million a year.
Yeah. They paid him. Yeah. Which, in saying that though, if who's the Texans Dan? Anderson's on $50 million. $30 million is probably what you're paying a guy that you just think to come in and be a really good starter. To
get 10, 12 sacks, kind of thing. That's probably what.
Just working off the market, right? That's all I'm looking at. You know, with Parsons, Watt, Anderson, Garrett. Like that's kind of.
Is he still at that level though?
No, he's nowhere near that level.
No, he's
that's why he's 20 million lower.
That's why he's getting half their money.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like it is half the money. It is. It's half the money.
Well, so either way, I think they got an interesting.
Yeah, 28 mil. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, it's half the money.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. I don't necessarily hate it. Anyway, the other big winner of this draft is the Cleveland Browns.
Oh yeah.
Now, they've added at least 3 or 4 day one starters.
One of my guys, KC Concepcion, Denzel Boston. They've got.
Can I play listener question? We did some questions this week.
Just before you do that, I just want to go through their picks.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Spencer Fano, pick 9.
Best tackle in the
best tackle in the draft, day one starter.
Yep.
KC Concepcion, a steal at 24 in my opinion, day one starter. Denzel Boston, absolute steal at pick 39. He should have gone in the first round. I had him going to the Eagles in the first round. And the biggest one of them all, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren at safety at pick 58.
Wild.
Mate, they literally paid a bag of chips at 58 for this guy.
Everyone had him going in the first round.
He was a borderline first rounder, but yeah.
Like it was first or like he's the first off the board in the second sort of deal.
Yeah.
And then plenty of O-line depth, plenty of linebacker depth. They've absolutely smashed it.
All right, let's play our question from our boy Adam from Outback to End Zone.
Shout out
Absolute legend.
Boys, how's it going? Adam from Outback to End Zone here. Well, it was pretty obvious that my Cleveland Browns had the best draft out of the league. So my question has to do with that. Which Browns draft pick was your favourite? For me, Denzel Boston in the second round. What a steal. Love your work, lads.
Scotty, you go first.
I think if we look back at this, I think KC Concepcion's got the best chance of being the highest impact player. Like, I think he could be a borderline top 15 to 20 receiver in the league.
Yep.
Fanu could be a top 10 tackle in the league, but it's probably not like the fan favorite. Like, you're not going to see too many guard or tackle jerseys up in the stand. So I'll say KC Concepcion, and he's going to have some highlight games where he's going to have some highlight things, especially when Shador can't pass the ball past the line of scrimmage. KC Concepcion is going to have a little bit of a wiggle and read a block, and he's gone to the houses. So
I'm a meat and taters guy. You know that I eat steak and eggs as every meal. So
I think we're going to agree here.
Yeah, like drafting Fano, and like you
agree.
just plug him in at tackle, and you know that he's going to be your tackle for the next 10 years. Like you've just got one of the most important positions on the field locked down for the next 10 years. That's got to be the best pick.
It feels like I felt it was too easy to say it, but I think Fano, if he works out the way he should, this is like I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Joe Thomas, but think about when they drafted Joe Thomas, what that meant to the franchise.
Yeah.
I know they sucked in those years, which sucked for
But
Joe Thomas.
that's what gave him the ability to draft Joe Thomas as well. Don't forget.
Yeah.
So I think when you just lock down the hardest position to find in the NFL is offensive line, and they've got the best offensive lineman in the draft.
Yep.
So if it doesn't work out, I'm not going to shit on him for it. It's bad luck.
I think it's very unlikely he doesn't.
I think it is too. I think it's unlikely. Really, so I think that was my favorite pick.
We buried the lead in that it addressed a massive need
Yes.
for them. Their O-line was terrible last year. They pretty much revamped the entire O-line.
Well, it was very old as well, so they cut
a lot of guys, revamped the whole O-line. And I wanted to ask you guys as well, because you brought up the Shador thing. Is this a sort of I don't want to say a prove it year, but like, is this a sort of are we going to see, is it possible we see an improvement for Sanders this year?
I think we're going to know what Sanders is by the end of next
because
season.
he's got more than enough weapons on offense now. He's got Junkins in the backfield.
Yep.
He's got improved O-line. He's got two stud receivers that we all thought were consensus.
Plus Harold Fannin, the tight end who came on late last year, looked quite good.
And Jerry Jeudy, he's a very I know people want to shit on Jerry Jeudy because the Carolina Panthers Steve Smith shat on him and it was funny. So that's kind of embedded in your unintelligent brain that he's not good at football.
He's a fine too.
He had a 1,000-yard season the year before when they had nothing going.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I'm not shitting on Jerry Jeudy as well.
He's a great piece with those other two guys,
fine NFL player
and Concepcion.
So are we sort of swinging around saying that there's enough talent on the offensive side of the ball?
There's no excuses for him and Deshaun.
Right. Yeah, there's no excuses. It's
kind
of what I'm saying.
No excuses.
I think it's more likely that Deshaun revamps his career
I think so as well.
Sanders ends up being a starting
especially with Monken. I think that it suits Deshaun more.
That'll be really interesting. to see
I
what happens.
I think the Browns are crazy not to see what Watson can do.
Well, they're paying him all this money. They may as well.
Well, I think the report is that it's like he will come into training camp as the one,
as he should.
and Shador has to beat him out.
Yep. And then what the best case scenario is that Watson struggles, Shador takes over and plays really well, and then they know that's their guy.
Sure.
But you don't start with Shador because you can't go back to Watson. If you don't start with Watson, then Watson's going to be like, oh, well, fuck you guys, I'm out.
Yeah.
You got to start with him and see what you've got.
Well, you're paying him $50 million anyway.
Yeah.
You might as well see if he's any good or
and then
not.
in the season, you cut him, and then if Shador's good, you
Personally,
keep him.
I think that ship has well and truly sailed.
I think so too, but I still think it's more likely that Watson turns back the clock and is a good quarterback than Shador's good. And I'm not just saying that because I think Shador's a bit of a dick. I just think that I'm not buying into the play.
Yeah, I can see it's more likely that Deshaun Watson is a 15th ranked quarterback in the league than Shador Sanders.
Yes. That's right.
And the only knock I have, and I love Fanu, and I had him going 4th to Arizona, so no one's higher than him than I am because he's fucking stud. I think that he gets his feet just inside his shoulders a little bit, and he'll work that out, and his arms just a little bit too short, and I think that will stop him being a top 10 tackle in the league.
Potentially.
But KC Concepcion's just like an athletic freak, and I can see him more being in that 15th range.
And he's got a beautiful head of hair.
and a major league name. Apparently, Concepcion, when they took him, that's why all the trades started happening. Because every team was waiting to get him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lemon was obviously, but then once Lemon went, everyone was waiting for him.
That's why the Bills kept trading back.
And once the Browns got him, every team was just like, fuck it, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, that's the guy we wanted, let's move back.
That was probably the last first rounder on everyone's board.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
So two really good winners, and have both in division, obviously, as well, who struggled last year, and will be looking to turn it around this upcoming season.
All right, losers.
Hit me with my losers, please, Tom. Two biggest losers in this draft. Number one, firstly, the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
I would love to have been a fly on the wall in this room when they got together and made the decision to use the first round pick that they've had in the better part of a decade on a quarterback who, on everyone's draft board, at a maximum was going in the 3rd round.
No, that's not true. He was a first rounder on a few draft boards.
A lot of people thought late first at best.
Well, I will.
So either way, late first at best and 13 is a very big difference.
I'll die on the hill of this is the worst pick in the draft.
Do you think,
as an individual pick, this is the worst pick in the draft? And I'm waiting to cash that receipt because he's nowhere near worth pick 13.
Do you think that he gets past Minnesota at 19?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah?
Yes.
I reckon they'll take a swing. Why wouldn't they?
Yes, he gets past. 100%. They've just signed Kyler Murray. Why?
Well,
they'd be like, if he's there in the second, yeah, we'll take a swing.
But Kyler Murray's a 1-year contract, cool. And then it just basically means you've got either JJ McCarthy, Kyler Murray, or Ty Simpson. Like you take your pick. You're like,
no, I think Minnesota would ride with Murray this year, and they're hoping it goes well, but I doubt it. And if they're not, and they're probably internally thinking next year we can draft a quarterback anyway.
Yeah,
with a new coach.
Or
that's what it'll be.
Basically,
what it'll be. KOC's hedged his bet to Kyler Murray. You don't draft twice. I want to try and get away from thinking about what other teams would have done with Ty Simpson and focus on why this was a bad pick.
Well, I've got them as my bad pick as well.
Yeah. I think that when you think about it holistically, the Rams have got a bit ahead of themselves. They've thought, you know what? We're a chance to win the Super Bowl next year without adding anything. So let's build for the future when they could have added Reuben Bain. Imagine Reuben Bain being a sub pass rusher with Verse and Byron Young, who were both Pro Bowlers last year.
Kobe Turner.
Like, imagine adding that to a defense when you've already added McDuffie and you've added Watson. That's just them going, we're all in now. This move feels like we're going to win it anyway, so let's just get the future now. It's stupid.
Draft a fucking receiver.
Yeah.
Draft O-line. They should have just gone O-line.
O-line, yeah.
Anything would have been better than what they did.
Who's the best guard available? Draft him.
And this is why, I shut on the Falcons hard when they did this with Penix because I thought it was a dumb move. They're not in the same category as the Falcons because they're not fucking shit as Scotty, to quote Scotty.
They are.
But the Rams, they've got ahead of themselves here. They needed to be like, this is our year. We're the favorite. We've got everything going for us. Let's add the most impactful player we can right now. They're the favorite in the Super Bowl. I'm talking from personal. They're my favorite. So let's add the most impactful player we can now.
In the wider media landscape, a lot of people that know ball have them as their favorite to win the NFC.
I still think it's a coin flip for them in Seattle.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that, like, to say that they're the favorite.
But if you look at what Seattle's lost, there's more question marks. They're not big question marks. Well, Kenneth Walker, Kubiak, they're two pretty big question marks.
They're split shares, split carries.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying they're massive question marks, but the Rams have lost no one. Like, what's a question mark for the Rams? Devonta Adams, how's he going to stay healthy?
They've added talent. They added
McDuffie and Watson.
That's what I mean. If they just gone, like, they should have just taken Ruben Bain or an offensive line. Whatever.
I would have taken an offensive line for sure.
They could have taken Vega. I would have loved that. They fucked this. Yeah, and if Tyson ends up being a good quarterback when Stafford retires, fine, whatever. But for the now, they fucked this. And that's my
and that's what I'm talking about. I'm looking at it from the view of now, like right now.
And that was one of your worst picks.
Yeah, it was my worst pick, and just because I had it as a worst pick, I think when you're in the window and your window is Matthew Stafford, and let's just say it's 1 to 2 years, you have to literally go all in. You can't chew. What's the saying? You can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
Chew gum and walk. Yeah.
So that's what they're trying to do.
So the saying, I do that all the time, quite competently. Am I just a fucking sharp operator?
You are a freak.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
Physical specimen.
I'm not a foot freak, but I can chew gum and walk.
You're in peak form. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I just think like you guys touched on with the amount of areas they could have gone. They could have addressed quarterback later in the draft with a project guy, or they could have addressed quarterback next year or the year after when Stafford's gone, because then you're getting a rookie quarterback in a team ready to contend, and you've got him on that contract.
There's a chance they could have got this guy in the second round.
Tell me if I'm an arsehole, but there's a Ty Simpson every year.
But more importantly,
if
Stafford retires, you are the dream destination for any veteran quarterback that's either out of contract or 2 years left on your contract.
Swing it, sister.
Like, you know what I mean? You can force a trade to the Rams.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you know that their mantra is fuck the picks.
It's the plum job.
So
it's like a loaded team, McVay.
Yeah. A quarterback away.
Oh, God forbid, take Mekhi Lemon, because you know your quarterback's your wide receiver's a season away from not being in the NFL anymore.
Two of them, potentially.
It's bizarre. So I agree. I think we're all
and then the stories coming out after the draft that, like, the GM had a handshake agreement with Simpson's dad because they played college together or something.
No, or the secret meeting they had, but Ty Simpson, like, that's the Rams going, hey, we know McVay didn't talk about this at all, but say you had a secret meeting together.
How shitty did McVay look after the pick?
I don't know. McVay's come out and said that he knew it. I think he knew about it. The Rams aren't that sort of organization. And Sneed and McVay are very close.
I'm not saying he didn't know about it. What I'm saying
is
he's
not happy about it.
It'd
be a fair assumption.
It could be the crack that breaks the front office, though.
Like, what if they don't do too well this year and Stafford hurt a bit, and then Stafford retires and McVay's like, you know what? I didn't want fucking Ty Simpson.
Yeah. I don't want to coach this guy.
I'm done.
He's not my guy. Yeah.
I'm done. We know he's a very, like, emotional guy. He'll be like, I'm done.
Yep. Sean McVay is on a 1-year contract every year.
Yes, correct. Because he doesn't
matter
need
what the paper says.
He doesn't need it.
Yeah. Because he's got a plum job waiting in the media.
100%.
Oh, he doesn't even need to work.
Yeah, but Amazon will fucking pay him $50 million a year to come and call games. Yeah. I don't care.
I would personally love to hear him call a game. I think the greater community wouldn't enjoy it as much.
I would froth every single.
I would listen. Bit of it. Like, I would watch it.
It'd be Romo on
but what I mean, like, we're sickos. We will enjoy it, but the 50 million people that watch it may not.
What does this guy mean? 11 personnel.
Yeah.
So
you're the loser.
The other loser is the San Francisco 49ers.
Yes, I've got them as well as my worst pick.
They have binned their entire draft.
They draft with their eyes closed.
Someone in the media, I think it was someone on Rich Eisen's show, said that they just had a dartboard and shut their eyes and just threw at the dartboard.
Did you see the guy in the press conference ask John Lynch why he goes away from the consensus so much, and basically said, your picks are terrible. Explain to us why they're so terrible.
Well, there's consensus in our building.
Yeah, but there's still there's a narrative consensus in the NFL, and the draft shows us that. And everything San Fran did went away from the consensus of the NFL.
I'm going to say one thing.
You could have had the Jags as a loser as well.
Yeah. True.
They were shocking.
Yeah. And I think I was going to do a couple of honorable mentions for losers, but I didn't.
Yeah.
because there's nothing honorable in being a loser. San Francisco 49ers are Brock Purdy away from being completely irrelevant.
They're probably borderline irrelevant already.
Well, no, I mean they've had a good run over the last 5 years. They've made championship games. They've made Super Bowls.
I'm talking leading into this year.
Leading into this year,
I'm not worried.
In the last
as a
5
Seattle
years,
fan, not worried at all about the 49ers.
Their last few drafts have been terrible.
Yep.
Like drafting Trey Lance at 3, he's out of the league now.
No, he's a backup for Chargers.
Is he?
Yep. He's been a backup for the last couple of years.
That's a fucking indictment. I didn't even know that. So there you go. So San Francisco, absolutely terrible draft. Didn't draft a day one starter. Drafted Stribling in the second round at pick 33, which is essentially
my worst pick. That's my worst pick.
That is your worst pick?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's my worst pick to draft. So Stribling as a receiver himself isn't going to set the world on fire. I think he's a smaller guy, just a speed demon kind of guy. I think he was ranked the 17th receiver in the draft. So it doesn't matter where it falls in the consensus draft board, but he was a 17th ranked receiver. He's a one-trick pony, and I think that it's not even a scheme fit. Like, they don't need that burner down the field.
No, they're the opposite. They want big guys who can block.
Yeah, exactly. They want that. They want big targets. They want I am very puzzled, and they could have traded back if they needed a receiver. There was better receivers on the board. There was Denzel Boston still on the board.
That's right. He was. You're right.
Yeah. There was a couple other guys that were on the board at the time. And I think that if they had him as one of their guys they wanted, they could have traded back into the mid-second or late second and then picked him up then and got more draft capital.
They could have picked him. They had 2 picks in the third round. They could have got him in.
They very well could have. He was the 17th ranked receiver, and the receiver run was going to come. So I can see, you can't see it. Hindsight's 2020.
Sure.
But he was going to be there. He wasn't in that receiver run. He was in the next tier down.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I 100% agree with that.
That's why it was my worst pick. So shout out to the 49ers.
They've completely been. I don't think they have a day one starter in this entire draft class.
No, the running back is not good. And then the
Caleb Black.
Black. Yeah. So
yeah. I don't know. And the problem is that I think John Lynch, we know that Kyle Shanahan is an elite coach because I've seen him coach.
I had him as coach of the year last year.
I've seen him coach, borderline guys off the street at an elite level. I'm not sure John Lynch actually knows what he's doing.
Well, he did build a good team. I think.
Did he though?
Yeah, they were.
Who's he drafted? Did he draft Kittle?
Yes.
All right, that's cool. Fine.
Wagner, Bosa,
Purdy. Which let's be, he was the last pick of the
draft. You're
draft.
not giving him Purdy. Stop.
No, he also drafted Trey Lance that draft.
Stop. You're not giving him Purdy.
We could shit on him as we could.
We're not giving anyone credit for Mr. Irrelevant. Forget it. He drafted Warner, which is anyone. Fucking blind Freddie could have drafted Warner. He was a complete stud.
Well, I think he went in the third round.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else did he draft? Bosa was a first round pick.
Yeah,
it was a can't miss.
Yeah. He also drafted Solomon Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh no, Solomon Thomas would have been before.
I reckon he was
maybe
other way.
I drafted Ayuk, drafted Jennings. They're both essentially off the team.
Yeah, but they were both good players.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. And Ayuk, they can't get a trade for him now. Apparently.
Do you know what the latest is? That teams trying to trade for him and the 49ers can't get in contact with him. So, say the Ravens are like,
diabolical.
The Ravens are like, hey, we want to trade for you. What do you feel like coming here? Do you want to come play for us? Uncontactable.
Yeah.
He's off the chain completely.
Any young kids that listen, not the way you do business.
No.
He is derailing his own career, and he will have no one to fucking blame but himself because the injury sucked, but he has now made it 50 times worse by his behavior.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll play in the NFL again.
No, he's done.
Apparently Howie tried to call him as well.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah, I heard that too.
It's like, come play for us. Can't get hold of him.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So the Niners can't even trade him because they can't even talk to the guy. It's like this is like a slightly slower speed run to CTE than Puka.
So and just to put a button on the 49ers, they're getting older, they're getting slower, they're getting more banged up in a division that's getting better every year.
Oh, Tommy just hit us with your Lynch also drafted Moody, the kicker, in the 3rd round.
Oh yeah, I've got about
that's
that.
right. Shout out Tommy, great call on that one. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, like going back to this consensus, like obviously teams don't follow the consensus because team need and stuff like that. And like I know Miami getting absolutely fucking grilled for getting a blocking tight end in the 3rd, but 10 picks later there was a run on tight ends, so they wouldn't have got their guy another time. So, and also shout out to tight ends. I think it was 25 tight ends drafted and it was the most ever. So, you know, to get your guy that you need, and if you get him in the 3rd and everyone goes, oh, but we had in the consensus that he was 110th or 120th ranked player. Yeah. Well, the NFL is telling you that they're going to 12 personnel and 13 personnel.
Correct.
So that Miami knew that and they got their guy.
Everyone wants 2 tight ends now.
My point is that that's how NFL boards change and consensus boards change.
Sure.
And so I'll give John Lynch the benefit of the doubt where he goes, no, well, we're not going to look at the consensus board because we need players to fit specific roles, or we value specific players or specific positions more, but they just miss.
Yeah, when you're this far off the consensus, there's got to be questions asked.
The Jags were shocking.
Yeah,
like every pick, apart from Emmanuel Brogdon, which they got, who fell to him in the late 30, who I think is going to be quite good. But round, every other one was like 80 picks after the consensus, which is shocking. Like that's not even close.
No, and that's the thing. Like we can only grade them off what the consensus is, and teams fluctuate maybe 10, 20 picks, that sort of stuff, but not many teams fluctuate full rounds.
No.
Which is what the 49ers did and what the Rams did with Ty Simpson.
That's fair. Yeah. Very fair. I don't know about the Niners. I would dare say they'll be at the bottom of their division.
It's grim. Well, it's grim for them. It's great for me. I hate the 49ers.
Of course you do. They're
fucking shit.
They're a division rival. Of course you hate them, bro. Now
I respect the Rams. Like I don't love the Rams, but I respect the Rams because they go about it the right way. They play hard. They're a good team. The 49ers can fuck right off.
Who do you hate more, 49ers or the
Eagles?
Atlanta Falcons?
49ers for sure.
How the Eagles cop a strays?
Eagles. Haven't even talked about the Eagles tonight.
All right, Scotty.
Strays all night.
You've done a couple of worst picks. Do you only have 2 worst picks or 3?
I got 3 of each.
Give us your third worst pick.
Let's get Tommy to get it up so we're in sync here.
Who was it? Caleb
so I've got Caleb Banks, defensive tackle that Minnesota picked up. So he is polarizing. It's not a slight on the players. I think the player could potentially be a top 10 talent, especially at his position.
Yep.
He's got very quick hands, very explosive. He can get to the quarterback in half a second. And that is a game-wrecking thing in that position as well, because the NFL is changing to that position. What my issue is, he's got the foot injury history.
Yeah, the foot injury.
When you're a bigger dude, those things just don't go away. They don't heal. There's a lot of pressure on your feet, especially at that position when you're manhandling other giant humans. Secondly, I think that is more of a luxury pick that Minnesota cannot afford to have. They've got a lot of holes. They've got a lot of holes on offense. There's a lot of wait and see on the offensive line. They need more receivers. They need DBs. They need... There was a lot of talent on the board that they could have addressed. Thinnerman would have been a fucking fantastic pick here.
Terrible.
And
instead he goes to their division rival Bears.
Correct. Yeah. And he's probably going to, well, if any of their quarterbacks can pass the ball that far, he's going to probably pick it off. So I think, just the team needs and the fluctuation on his low floor and high ceiling, it's just a very bad pick for me.
Did he also have some off-field issues as well?
Yeah, he's a bit of a knucklehead off the field. Yeah, there's a lot of I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the worst off-field mantra you can have. That I don't give a fuck.
The I don't give a fuck mentality is terrible.
Yeah. I'm too good for this shit. Some guys iron it out and it never becomes an issue. So like it goes both ways. But some guys just go, fuck it, I've already made it to the NFL. Give me my guaranteed money, and then they're out of the league in 3 years.
Yeah.
The guys that end up being all-time greats, all-pros, Hall of Famers are the ones that when they make the NFL understand that my work's just started.
Yeah, and some of the guys that have the I don't give a fuck mantra figure that out, and they become very good players.
Yeah, true.
Pro Bowl caliber players and all pro caliber players. But I'm betting that won't happen in this situation.
Sure.
Yeah, fair. All right, let's go to your first best player. Let's start with the best team in the NFL, someone from the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, so my best pick of the draft was Caleb Downs. We touched on him a little bit earlier, and I don't want to rehash everything George said, but the fact that he fell down into a position a lot later than I would have anticipated, and then the trade up to get him wasn't that bad at all. And I think that the position versatility, I think that he's going to come out as probably the best player out of this draft.
Yeah,
I think he's Hall of Fame talent. And he does everything at such a high level. And I think the NFL got scared of his 4.5 speed. But like when we were breaking him down, that I don't give a fuck if you run a 4.5. If you know where the ball's going before the team throws the ball or before they run the ball and you get there and you make the play, that's all irrelevant. There's no point having 4.3 speed if you don't know where the fuck you're going. Yeah, and he shows all the attributes. He's got everything. I think he's an absolute hands down stud, but probably the best player in the draft. He's one of the very few blue chippers, and I think Dallas got him at 11 is a steal.
Absolute steal at 11. I said it before. Absolute steal. He's gonna wear that star on his helmet for the next 10 years and be an absolute fucking steal.
Or he's gonna go into contract negotiations with Jerry and then fucking.
Oh, Jerry would be stupid to let him walk.
Play for.
Micah Parsons was pretty good.
Micah Parsons a pretty good player.
Problem is that Micah Parsons is a good player, but he's also a fucking dickhead.
Well, Micah Parsons also has a liability where he's not very good against the run, and if he's not speed rushing and gets caught. Like there's limitations to his size where I don't think Caleb Downs will have those limitations.
Fair. I hope so. Because you realize he's going to suck now.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
No. I hope not. Because he's really ticking a lot of areas for me at the moment.
Him and Delane. I don't plant my flag on rookies that often, but I'm telling you, he's going to be Hall of Fame good.
Fair enough. All right, next.
Someone's going to clip that when he's out of the league in 3 years.
Yeah, me.
Another safety. We did touch on him as well. Emmanuel McNeil Warren.
We're in sync tonight, bro.
He's a box safety, very good tackler, very good athlete. Think of him, and you may have heard the name before, but as a poor man's Nicky Manwari. He brings that kind of versatility, and to get where the NFL is changing, and we touch on this all the time, the NFL is changing. They want to be in dime package. They want to be in nickel. They want to have players that can play that versatility with the run, with the box safety, can still be good at coverage. He has all those attributes, and to get that, the best player in the draft that can do that at pick 58, I think is phenomenal.
Why did he fall to pick 58? Because a lot of people had him first round.
I think it was just that there was a lot of DNs on the field. So there was a DN
positional value.
The run started on other positions.
Well, Thinnerman went late, so you kind of go like Thinnerman went late, and then there was another safety that went. Was it Stokes? It was Stokes that went later than what people thought. So then naturally, McNeil Warren is going to go late as well. So it's probably that DNs bumped up, receivers bumped up, and tackles all bumped up. So there's another position group that drops down inevitably, if that makes sense.
And he fell to an already semi-loaded defense.
Stacked defense. He's got Denzel Ward, he's got Swartzinser, they've got
Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
the back-to-back
you may have
defensive
heard
player of the year.
Yeah,
and the sack record holder.
Who's the defensive tackle? The rookie,
Mason Graham.
Mason Graham. He's fucking phenomenal. Yeah, so can't. If it all works out well, fantastic pick.
Hey, you know how every year there's a team that jumps?
I'm
picking the Browns to jump this year.
No, because I need someone to throw the ball.
I'm on them.
You're on the Browns.
I'm on the Browns. Take note of it. Browns are going to jump.
In fairness, we were on the Panthers last year early, and they needed someone to throw the ball to. So he worked out okay. Yeah. It's going to be all right.
Yeah. Little hobbit boy.
All right, who's your next pick? The Dolphins, I believe, a linebacker.
Yeah, so this is my third best pick. This is a combo. I've got Chris Johnson, the corner out of San Diego State, and Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker out of Arizona State.
I think he says his name, Jacob Rodriguez.
He definitely does not.
I made that up.
No.
Just looking at his little photo there, elite level mustache.
Bro, he is a full
how about we let anyone, if anyone's going to grade a mustache, let's talk about someone with the best mustache in the room as the only mustache in the room. Sick mustache. Sick mustache, Jacob.
Do you want?
And Scott's got one too if he draws it on.
Yeah. I can grow a mustache. I can't grow the Grady.
We have for another day. Before.
So he's actually a quarterback turned linebacker.
Yes, yeah.
So he sees the plays really well. He's hella aggressive. He's super athletic. I've highlighted him before the draft, saying that he's going to be a very good day two player. I think Miami did very good identifying very complete players that solidified the corner and linebacker. And I think that they're both equally as good draft picks. When you have bare cupboards to lock up those positions for the next 4 years is very important. So,
and both day one starters, bang.
Also,
for sure. For most teams in the league, I can't believe that.
Also, two fantastic names. And Chris Johnson, like in principle, is not the most amazing name in the world, but when your name's Chris Johnson and there was a CJ2K at one point, it's just a great name. And then Jakob Rodriguez is one of the best names in football. I'm patenting that. I'm calling him Jakob Rodriguez forever. I know he goes by Jacob.
He will beat the living fucking piss out of you.
And I will let him do it while calling him Jakob. It'll be mutual respect.
I'll do it purely out of respect of the mustache.
That's Sandy.
So
he'd start beating me, then he'd sit in my face and be like, nice stash, bro. You've had enough.
I think
stash bros. I like it.
I think those two players, and they've also got Proctor as well. Proctor works out with the only thing going against Proctor is the weight. I think if you're with adults in the room, they've got Brewer there. He's a leader as well. He's a very good O-lineman. I think if he can go off his coattails, Miami could turn this around.
Sure.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So
that's all your best picks, right?
They're my best picks. The bad picks we've sort of touched on them. It was Ty
Simpson.
Ty Simpson. I couldn't remember his name for a second.
That's how bad he was.
Yeah, and Zahi fucking Stribling. Deshaun.
There's anyone's got a Z in their name, I don't trust them immediately.
Yeah, we've gone off.
Shout out Brock Wellington.
Yeah, I think he's just a speed guy. Yeah. Fucking, I don't need to rehash it.
All right, Tommy, play us our mailbag intro, big dog.
Ooh.
You've got me.
That's amazing. Well done, Tom.
That is so creepy. Why does he put it in there so slowly?
It was kind of sexy.
Hey, we got to make the off-season mailbag a semi on the regular topic.
Yeah,
I think so. So anyone listening, if call us out on something, if you just want to fucking give us something you want to hear us have a chat about, let us know about it. I think we will do it a little bit more in the off season.
Yeah. Also, the DMs, to quote George, are always open. So if you want to send us a voice clip, send it. We will always play it. Honestly, we will play it every week.
He's right. My DMs are always open.
Fuck up, idiots.
Second language, love. First Greek, second love. Third English. I reckon you're like 6.
What about sign language? There's a lot of what of this.
What a boy make.
I'm not bilingual. I'm trilingual. Lay it on us. Lay it on me, bro.
Tommy just said fourth is big toe.
Oh no!
Wow.
No.
All right. I want to play first. Our man Lockie Kemp.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute legend. Let's
You'll
go.
be up and about.
How are we? I've only got really one hot take from the draft, and it's sort of, at what point does Brandon Bean get fired? Or does he have dirty pics of Terry Pagula or his missus somewhere? Because this cunt is fucking useless. You have a gaping hole at left guard, so what does he do? Drafts defense. You have a gaping hole in your wide receiver core, what does he do? Drafts one wide receiver the entire draft. At what point can we admit this cunt knows no idea what he's doing?
Oh, can I take this one?
Yeah.
So, fair from the fans, I get it. But they're changing their defensive scheme and they got TJ Parker. They traded back and got him. I think TJ Parker's going to be a very good edge. And there was no good guards. Like, they went.
Yeah, they're all gone.
Like,
that's true.
So you can't waste the draft capital. And also they used a second round pick on DJ Moore. So I'll put him in that draft class as well.
Yeah, and also like
that's a good point. Actually, I'm not sure Lockie thought about that. That's actually a really good point. Essentially, you used a second round pick on DJ Moore. That's fair.
Yeah, and they 100% wanted Concepcion. They wanted 100%. Concepcion, and when he went, they moved out. I'm not disagreeing that Bean doesn't know what he's doing because the last kind of 6 months has shown a lot of flaws in his game.
Socially.
Yeah, including shitting on one of your wide receivers that then you keep him on the roster. Like I thought when he shut on Keon Coleman like that, him, the owner and him, that it was over for him. But now they're throwing support at him. The problem is that Bean
throwing support at him.
Yeah, so they are.
Hold this. Yeah.
But the problem is you have to learn that words have meaning.
Yeah.
And words privately have a lot of meaning, but words publicly in a press conference carry much, much more meaning.
Oh, yeah,
and they shat on him publicly. to the entire world. So I don't disagree with you. I think Brandon Bean's on the absolute GM hot seat, which we don't do often. We probably should do GM hot seats more often because there's a couple on them.
That would be fantastic.
I think he's on the hot seat.
The Colts is like, you know, in Hansel and Gretel where she's got like she's boiling all the vegetables and she ends up in the fucking oven in the end of the story.
Yes.
That is, what's his name from the Colts?
Hansel.
No. Fucking hell.
I can't remember his name. I was trying
Chris
to
Bollard. Chris Bollard is one step in the fire. Like that cunt has to go.
Yeah.
Especially after this draft as well. We didn't touch on it, but fucking hell. They had
Well, they traded all their picks away for Sauce Gardner. So
that's also terrible.
That better work out. Otherwise, they're in strife. Lockie also had a follow-up voice clip. Tom told me I wasn't able to listen to it. I had to play it live.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see how it goes.
And J.A., you need to eat more. You look like a malnourished Freddie Mercury.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
Woo, okay.
Shout out, Kepi.
If you reckon he's a malnourished Freddie Mercury now, you should have seen him after the treatment. That was genuinely
treatment AIDS.
Yeah, yeah, that was genuine AIDS. Yeah.
We just had a late in from our boy Tristan Duggan Jones.
Oh, here we go.
The heroes of the podcast. You got in just in time.
Resident Saints fan.
Yeah,
late to the party. Sorry, busy fighting crime. He's a policeman. Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
Saints are a 10-win team this season, and we'll have a top 10 offense. Might be number 10, but still counts. How do we feel?
The pieces are there. I like the O-line.
If Shock's good.
Well, that's not the if. The if is if they can get Simpson.
Jordan Tyson. Jordan with a Y.
How do I get those two fucked up? Anyway, if they can get Tyson and Alavi.
It's the Ys that got you. Tyson, Jordan, there's Ys in both. That's what fucked you up.
I don't even get the alphabet that far.
You asked the question, Scott. I'm just answering.
No. So if they can get Alave and Ty Simpson.
Jordan Tyson.
Oh no, he bit.
Got you. That's on you.
Yeah, if they can get Jordan Tyson and Alave healthy together, absolutely. But there's a huge what if. That is a huge what if.
Like, if Jordan Tyson was healthy all of his college career, he's probably playing for the Titans right now.
Fair. Very fair.
Yeah, like,
or he's going number 2.
Yeah, or higher. Like that's how good he was. So fair. I am really high on the Saints. I am really liking what they're doing. They've got I said, we all know how I feel about offensive line. They have an extremely good offensive line. They now have a good on paper receiver group. And if Shock continues to progress how he progressed last season, there's no reason to think he's not the man. So I don't think it's an outrageous claim they could be a top 10 offense.
Top 10's hard to get to.
I would be, if I was a betting man, I'd go between 10 and 15.
Yeah, there's a lot more talented teams.
More the 15.
Yeah, they could definitely be there. They could be in that range of.
Jury's still out on Shock. I want to see him because he was really good in patches and showed flashes. I want to see a little bit more consistency week in.
Fair too. Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
All right, next question we have is from local NFL legend, Jimmy Smith.
Oh, here we go.
You might know him from the morning show for the Fox FM. Absolute legend, does the NFL afters. He shot us in a question. Shout out to you, Jimmy. We're going to get him on the show at some point as well.
Oh, yes, please.
Absolute
Let's
champion.
go.
Big Philly guy.
Oh, there you go. I love
Maybe a bigger Philly Nuffy than you.
That's impossible.
Let's not call him a Nuffy. Let's just wait.
No, he's a self-proclaimed Philly Nuffy.
Well, aren't they all?
Fellas, Jimmy here, NFL Afters, your mum's favourite NFL podcast. Talk me through Lemon. Some days I'm making lemonade and I'm happy with him. Some days I've got a sour taste in my mouth. I can't figure out if I love this pick or if I hate it. Talk me through it. Convince me one way or the other.
George?
Well, I think, first and foremost, it shows that it's almost signed, sealed, delivered that Brown is leaving after
Is that dead? Like, that's happening. Right?
Look, as I said pre-show, unless Adam Schefter's talking about it, I don't buy into it at all.
Oh, I've always been he's gone.
And then, it's always been like rumors and rumblings or whatever. And then when Schefter started reporting on it like properly and putting his name to it, that's when I started thinking, there's validity to this.
Yeah, he doesn't put his name to things that don't happen very often.
That's kind of where I'm at with it. So that, and obviously we've got a few other pieces in. We've got the boy from Green Bay, we've got Hollywood Brown in as well. And it's clear we're trying to what I think Howie's approach is going to be, that we're not going to get another AJ Brown. Yep. What we're going to try and do is get 2 or 3 guys in the building that can sort of make him up in the aggregate.
Bit of Moneyball play.
Yeah, so that kind of thing. So Hollywood and so they're all on cheaper deals. Obviously, Mackay Lemon's going to be on a rookie pay scale as well. The kid's a doll, as I said before. Yeah, he might be a bit cringe and he might be a bit of a
he's cringy as all hell.
weirdo and whatever. But
Did you see him at the basketball?
Oh, he's unbearable.
Oh,
yeah, okay, fine, whatever.
And if you got drafted by the Browns, I wouldn't hate on him this much. The fact that he's that unbearable and now a
That's
Philadelphia
fine.
Eagle,
And there's obviously the inbuilt Philly hate as well. and that's
100%.
fine too.
I've never not owned it.
Yeah, whatever. But if you watch his
it's rubbing
tape,
off on me.
you watch his tape, you watch his play at USC.
Like George on a foot.
Kid's a stud. He was easily the best player at USC last year. And I think that his game will translate really well to the NFL level. He plays hard. He's balls out every single play, yards after catch. He can catch in traffic, even though he's a smaller guy. Like I personally, I think it's a really good pick for the team. Team addresses a team need, and just the culture of Philly and how we want to play. Like we play hard. We want to run the ball. And I'm hoping that in Mannion's system, we can really use him well. Like put him in the slot, a lot of pre-snap motion stuff. We can get him in open field, and hopefully he can make something happen.
I just think the best case scenario for Philly now is that they keep AJ Brown. They have AJ Brown, Devontae outside, and they let this kid just playing the slot purely because that would be
great,
unreal. We've got it as well.
Fantastic.
I don't think it's going to happen, but I think that would be.
And don't forget the other tight end that we got in the second round too, Eli Stowers,
from Vanderbilt. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like I think
Stud won the tight end award. What's it called? The Mackey Award or something?
I think it's the Mackey. Is it Ditka? Isn't Ditka the tight end award?
No. Bolitnikov is the wide receiver award, which Mackay Lemon won, by the way. And the tight end won the tight end award. It's the Mackey Award, I think.
Okay, I might be wrong.
Anyway, but yeah, the two guys that we've selected first, second round, both won their awards. So pretty high pedigree stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think with Lemon is that I'm not.
Oh yeah, John Mackey Award. I was right.
I don't want to put him in like a one-trick pony bucket, but those yak guys, the space dries up a lot more in the NFL, and the speed. Everyone runs the 4-3. Like everyone runs a 4-3 or 4-4.
Yep.
And I think that he's relied on. He was like a super athletic guy, and that showed out on college tape a lot, and he had a lot of big breakaway plays against like lesser opponents.
Sure.
So I just want to, I'm not saying that it's not going to work out, but I'm just a little bit skeptical. Like I'm seeing a lot of like, is it going to be a home run? And I just think that, yes, it has potential to be a very good draft pick. And I think that he will be good, but there is like a 60-40 chance that it doesn't.
And that's fine too. And you also got to remember that we didn't draft him at pick 7. We drafted him at 20.
Yeah. And he fell because it was like 13. So
yeah.
I just hold a little bit of like healthy.
All I'm saying is that I'm not saying he's going to be a Pro Bowler his first year. What I'm saying is that his game and the way he plays, like as in like you can tell, like as I said, his ball's out every play. That alone, with his speed and his playmaking abilities, has a very high potential to translate to the NFL.
That's very fair too. Yeah. And the bottom line is that the Cowboys and the Eagles, for the first time in a long time, and maybe ever, work together to fuck Pittsburgh.
The other Pennsylvania team. Shout out.
Let's go.
Also, it's still the funny story of the draft.
Pittsburgh were actually breaking the rules, already talking to the kid.
No, apparently
because they weren't on the clock yet.
No, but I think because everyone knew that Dallas weren't going to get a wide receiver, that they had like
by the rules. But everyone knows like teams are talking to players constantly throughout the draft.
Teams are talking to players when the playoffs are on.
Yeah, it's let's not pretend that in the modern world of media and messaging and all that, they're not
of course not.
But they're not chatting to each other during
teams
the draft.
Are telling 6th round draft picks, hey, go undrafted, we'll get you a 2-year deal worth more money than you can come play for us.
Yeah, if the Browns call you, shit on them so they don't take you in the 7th and we'll get you for an undrafted.
Yeah. Sorry to do this, but while we're on Philly, hell of a draft by Harry Roseman. Hell of a draft.
Well, I'm now starting to unrightfully discredit Howie because it's just becoming the norm. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like he just on the norm does everything so well that he's becoming like it's becoming not impressive anymore.
Right.
I'm not saying it's correct
because he does it too often.
It's like LeBron in his prime, right? He should have won 6 MVPs, whatever it was. You know what I mean? Like Brady in his prime, Manning in his prime. It's like they, you get recency bias to it because he consistently does so well that it's like, I just expect him to do the right things.
Great first round pick in Lemon. Great second round pick. Tight end.
And I guarantee you, if anyone gets Ayuk, it's Philly.
used a compensatory third-round pick to trade for Jonathan Grenard, who's going to be really
I actually like that trade.
Great.
A lot.
Just a hell of a draft. Shout out to Howie.
All right, next
2
question.
third rounds.
Was it 2 third round picks?
This year's and next year's.
Contract was a bit high, according to Scotty.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, 100%. I just think coming off the injury, and I just
like Grenard a lot. I think he's
I'm not nothing against the player or nothing against the trade, but like 2 third rounders, and then you pay him when you had the year in the bank and he's coming off injury. You could have just waited it out.
I would guarantee you the only reason the Texans traded him was
the
because
Vikings.
of the Vikings traded him was because of the contract. Because
Because
they were saying, let's wait a year and see how you go. And then his agent went, well, let's see what other teams think.
Yeah, well, he's been in trade rumors for 4 months. So that was just what I felt like. I just felt like probably paid a little bit overs for the contract, but you got to pay to get him. So
if he ends up being a really good player, it'll end up being unders.
I don't think he'll outplay the contract.
I think at best he plays to it.
Yeah, he'll play to it. Yeah.
But he's a very good player.
What's play to it? 10 sacks?
Yeah. What he's done when he was healthy.
Yeah.
Which I think if he stays healthy, which we play injuries off.
If you play 17 games, you'll get 10 sacks.
Yeah, I agree. I was shitty the Cowboys didn't do it.
Yeah.
And that's where you know when Philly are right, when I'm like, fuck, what are the Cowboys doing? 2 third round picks? Go get him.
Shout out to Howie.
That's a lot to give up, though.
It is a lot.
They were both compensatory picks.
Yeah. No,
I think next year's was your actual.
Yeah, they go up. Yeah, next year's third in the comp
pick this year.
Why can't I say that word?
I don't know.
This year.
The one for Williams, and we're going to get another one back when we trade.
Oh, the drafts, the compensatory. Is that right?
Yeah.
Picks are crazy.
Well, Seattle played that game this year. They got 11 picks next year.
The really
good
good teams do the old.
Yeah,
we'll let you walk. We know what we're getting.
Deal
they play the contract based off what they're going to get comp picks as well.
Yeah, that's what Seattle did. Like, you're shitting on them. Like, they got 11 picks next year in a better draft.
You didn't shit on them.
No, you were just saying that when they let a lot of players go.
Me?
Yeah.
Why fuck me for?
He said that they lost a few.
No, the biggest question mark is losing Kubiak.
Of course, it's a
which you can't help. Similar when the Eagles lost Kellen Moore, it was a big question mark, and it ended up.
I think they got a good guy back.
You lost a starting caliber running back, you lost a starting caliber corner, and you lost your OC. Like, that's massive. That's
yeah, all right. Hang on. While we're talking about it, when the Chiefs won their Super Bowl, they lost 21 players, right?
Yeah.
Philly lost 17. Guess how many Seattle lost after winning the Super Bowl? 4. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought so. I just counted in my head quickly. Kobe Bryant, Wallen.
Yep.
Kenneth Walker,
Boy Mafe.
and Boy Mafe.
Usually good teams, after winning Super Bowl, they lose guys.
That's the hardest part. That's why teams that win often regress a little bit. That's why, because the bad teams come and go, let's pilfer the shit out of these mid-tier guys.
And they only technically lost one starter, which is Kobe Bryant,
yeah,
who also their replacement started 11 games last year. So, I don't know.
Should we start a podcast of Scotty defends the Seahawks?
I'm just
very
just throwing some. Oh, you want?
Very
let's not. No. Okay, next question. Our boys, Snap Count Society.
Let's go.
Absolutely. There's just 3 voice notes. Shout out to the boys. We'll start with the first one.
They wanted us to go overtime.
G'day, JA and the boys. Hope you're all well. Buff here from Snap Count Society. Quick questions from me. After the draft, pretty happy with my Steelers. Keen to get your boys' thoughts. If Rodgers doesn't come back, and if he does,
sorry.
Based off what we got in the draft and the needs we've addressed over the offseason and through the draft, obviously O-line, we've got some weapons now, obviously, in the passing game, and cornerback and our DBs look really strong. What's your prediction now of our winning record, win-loss record, with Rodgers and without Rodgers?
So the reason I went to leave the Instagram message because they actually tendered Aaron Rodgers today.
Some weird.
So if another team picks him up, they get draft picks out of it.
Yeah. So the Steelers place seldom used unrestricted free agent tender on Rodgers, which basically means that essentially what it is, without getting my over the cap book out and reading it, what it means is that it deters other teams from signing him because Pittsburgh then get a say in where he goes.
And if he leaves, they get a draft pick.
They get a comp pick. So it's basically them saying, hey, Aaron, play for us or play for no one.
Right.
That's
I kind of where he's at anyway, though.
I think he's playing.
Well, he's got no market.
Yeah. What other team signing him at Pittsburgh?
Not for a starter.
Like as a starter.
Yeah, there's no one. No.
I don't think there's any other team that'll do it.
Yeah. Getting to their draft.
Arizona?
No, they got Beef Brisket. They're trying to get a draft. They got Minshew.
Yeah,
they're trying to get their
Arizona
their
are tanking for next year to get their quarterback next year. 100%. All right, for the draft, Max. This is a tough name to say.
Iannachaw.
Yeah. The tackle. I quite liked him. I think he'll play guard for them personally.
No.
Don't they have they got Broderick Jones?
Well, I think they want to get rid of him because he hasn't really played up. Like he's coming into a contract year. He's a little bit raw.
You reckon he's a replacement?
Yeah, he's a little bit raw. I reckon they might sit him. He's an athletic freak. I think, like we touched on him a little bit last week. I don't want to rehash on it, but it looks like they're going to go that wide zone sort of scheme with that West Coast offense. He'll be good in that under year 2. You got the zone running back in Johnson. I think that a good future pick. They obviously wanted Lemon, didn't get it. Got to number 2 on their pick. So
they got shafted hard by Philly and the Cowboys. They were in the box seat for Lemon.
I don't know why they needed Lemon either, but whatever.
No, they just got Pittman.
And
they've got DK. It actually made no sense for them to get Lemon. It didn't add up to me at all.
I think
Drew
Aller can't hit the side of the fucking. You can't hit water out of a boat. So he was really good. Not last season, the season before. He was like projected to be a first round pick. He's got all the attributes. He's a big guy, strong arm. It's like he's left-footed or something, trying to throw right-handed. The footwork doesn't work well. Like the footwork doesn't work, and he's just lost all his accuracy. So let's see if he's in with NFL coaches, if that changes. But I wouldn't be hanging my hat on that. They've also got Will Howard from last year. I think that was a 6th round pick.
I think everyone sleeps on Will Howard. Like he won a national champ. I'm not saying he's the answer, but I think if they don't get Rodgers, he's the short-term answer.
Oh, no, you still got to play Rudolph. I think that...
I think Rudolph's no good.
No, that's why, but I think he's further along and he's played NFL football and he can steer the ship better than 2 project quarterbacks.
Fair. And then they also got one of my favourite players in the draft, Jennings Dunker, purely because of his hair. What an unreal...
Oh, he's just an elite operator, top to bottom.
Well, you just know that guy's going to end up being a 15-year vet in the NFL.
You just know he fucks too, man.
He released like his food schedule, and like obviously O-linemen have to eat a shitload to keep the weight on and all that.
Correct.
Sort of stuff.
I know from experience.
But like his food schedule, if anyone's got time to look it up. It is fucking
calories
phenomenal.
How many calories?
He has 3 dinners.
Yeah.
That's elite.
So he has 3 dinners.
It's 7,000 calories.
Yeah.
He'll be 18,000. His breakfast is like 2 servings of waffles with 3 bits of chicken, and then he has a second breakfast.
Amazing.
This is like his game day stuff. It's amazing. He's like a farm boy. I think that if he stays on the team, he'll be like a crowd favorite.
You just know he's the guy that when he first got to college, coming straight off the farm, they were like, "Oh, have you ever bench pressed before?" And he's like, "No, I don't know how to do it." And they're like, "Oh, we'll start you with just like 60," and he just like threw the bar off the thing.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, let's put 150 on." He's like, "This is pretty easy. Can you give me some more bales of hay?"
He does go 2-5 one-handed.
Just to bring us back to the question.
To Rodgers.
Buff asked about Rodgers, and he asked about the win-loss record with and without Rodgers.
Rodgers, he's a 6-win swing for me.
Oh, I don't know about 6. But
you reckon they go 8-2?
Do you think Rodgers plays?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do too, for what it's worth. I think he wants to come back.
And I think without him, they're a 4-win team. Without him, they're a 2-win team. With no quarterback, they're dog shit. So with him, they're an 8-win team. He's a 6-win player for them.
Yeah. I think their ceiling is about 8 or 9 wins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, without him, they're competing for top 10 in the draft. With him, they're maybe trying to scrape that wild card.
Really, they should be doing that. Really should be trying to tank and get a quarterback.
It's not the Steelers' way.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You're right. There's no point.
We know that.
It. Either way, they're probably going to be last in this division. Let's be honest.
Oh, no, Browns are still
he's a big Cleveland guy.
The Browns will be better. The Browns are better on paper. They are.
Do you know what the Browns should do? Sign Aaron Rodgers. Just saying.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's what they should do. Then Pittsburgh. They should sign him just so Pittsburgh can't.
That's so funny.
Like Baltimore should go and sign him just so Pittsburgh can't.
That's wild.
It's
Joe
fun.
Flacco all over
It'd be
again.
hilarious. Like, you know what? Rodgers ain't playing for anyone. We'll give you $30 million to just sit on our bench.
And then trade him for
Trade him for someone else. All right, next question
All right,
from the Snapchat Side boys.
You want to pause it? I need to piss so bad.
Just go into a PB.
Wow.
It's been a big day,
Nice. The other question I've got for you is Ty Simpson obviously going pick 13 to the Rams. What are your boys' thoughts on? Obviously, they've elected to take the QB that they like in terms of that succession plan. Do you think that was a pick well spent, or do you think that they've left something juice on the board and that could maybe come back to bite them when the whips get cracking come playoff time and heading into the Super Bowl?
Well, thank you for this. We touched on it earlier. I'll briefly
Diabolical.
rehash it. Diabolical pick, easily the worst pick in the draft. You're in a win now window. You got to take the best. You're at pick 13. Take the best player available.
Which
you know he's going to be a day
because
one
they're good. They're never going to be in that spot.
Exactly.
Like theoretically, their mindset should be: we're not going to be here again. Why are we taking a quarterback that we can get any year?
This isn't even their pick. This is the Falcons' pick.
Yes.
This is a bonus pick.
Diabolical pick.
Add the best player you possibly can. You're in a win now window. Scotty said it best beautifully before. Your timeline is Matt Stafford. He's this year, maybe next year, if he's healthy. That's it.
Yep.
Ride that pony as long as you can. Worst pick in the draft. And he said it nicely at the end there. It does have the potential to come back and bite him in the ass come playoff time. Because when the whips are cracking, that extra high-level guy, that extra first-round talent can be the edge, can be what you need to get you over the line.
Correct. I'm sorry, I just had a giggle with Scotty going through the landmine of chords we have in the studio
Nailed
right
it.
now.
Absolutely nailed it.
He's very fleet of foot.
Agile.
The 2-camera system ain't for the faint-hearted.
Nah, I sized it up and I was like, I'm not going to get my dick in the camera another time.
The question was about Ty Simpson, which we obviously
I think we've touched on that.
We're all pretty for the rare case that all three of us are on consensus. Awful pick. Last one.
This question's a bit more a board question. Obviously, a lot of teams have improved and had a big draft haul. Browns, Jets, Titans, Steelers, to name a few. A lot of teams obviously being quite active on draft day. Obviously, the Raiders getting their QB of the future. Which division do you think the power balance has shifted most post-draft day?
Ooh, good question.
That is a fucking good question.
It's a fantastic question, actually.
I'm going to say the AFC North.
Yeah.
Because Ravens got heaps better.
Yep.
Who missed out on the playoffs last year.
No, but the power balance within the division, or is it division against division?
No, in division.
In division. So they missed out. The Ravens.
Which division flipped the most from the draft?
Well, they missed out on the playoffs last year, and they're easily the favorite to win.
Yeah, but only a few weeks ago we were saying that the Ravens or the Bengals are going to win the division anyway, so they were in that conversation. Fair. So,
and can
I say one that's more?
Can I say NFC North? I think that the Lions
got a lot better.
They address a lot of needs, and they can go from fourth to first.
Correct. Easily. Can I do a more negative toned one?
Oh,
I think that if you look at the division that got affected the most from this was the Rams taking Ty Simpson affected them negatively, which drops them not a lot in my board, but enough. It does drop them. The Niners draft dropped them significantly in my mind.
Shout out to Seattle.
And then Arizona, I love Jeremiah Love. This isn't a shit on the player, but that team is not ready for a luxury pick. Much like we shat on Genty last year. Love the player, hate the pick, right? That was a luxury pick. He should have been at the Chicago Bears.
They were handcuffed though. They were genuinely handcuffed because they let him slide and he's the all-pro in his third year. Everyone's going to laugh at him.
I understand the theory behind it. I'm not shitting on the theory, but if you look at Seattle, they got their biggest need was running back. Now, whether Price ends up being a really good player or not is to be seen, but they addressed their number one need in the first round in the only way they could at pick 32 because they won the Super Bowl. And I think every other team in that division didn't pick as well and actually affected themselves. I think that shifted my mind to the seeds are sown now that the Rams have kind of affected themselves, that this could, like, it's just telling me the narrative is that because of this pick, they're not going to win the Super Bowl next
Yeah,
year.
I know what you're saying.
Because it's an easy, the football gods kind of talk like
Sure.
this isn't easy to be like, maybe they should have taken Ruben Bain. Maybe they should have taken Vega, the positions they needed.
Yeah.
And when Seattle frog stomps them in the playoffs because they didn't fix guard, they didn't add defensive talent. That's the reason you can look back and go, well, I hope Ty Simpson works out because you just lost yourself a chance of winning a Super Bowl.
And
Niners got worse. Arizona, I think, got worse because Briskett's still their quarterback, and Jeremiah Love doesn't this season
Arizona
add much to
anyway,
it.
so whatever.
That's what I'm saying. I think negatively that division got
And what you're
affected
saying
a lot.
about the Rams is true too, because especially when you're touted as the offseason darling to like win the Super Bowl, and then you go and make a dumb pick like that, you're almost putting a target on your back. You're attracting negative talk. You're attracting negative attention, and that's never a good thing.
Also, our boy Tommy Puka, also the Puka issues at the Rams.
Very good point.
That's not secret. The Devontae Adams issues. Apparently, he's got a lingering hamstring problem now. Like everything's now stacking up negatively.
And also, like to add on to your point, and I rarely talk about Seattle this much, but Daniel Jeremiah said like his draft analysis of Seattle was like just a really boring, good draft. Just got players that need at good draft positions that fit their scheme perfectly. So didn't do anything extraordinary. Didn't they're not going to win the draft, A+ grades and stuff like that. They just had a very good, boring draft that everyone's going to be like, oh, they got that guy. Oh, they got that guy in that draft. So they just stayed consistent.
Yeah. And I don't disagree with you on the AFC North. I think Browns got a lot better. Ravens got a lot better. Bengals not so much, but
the Bengals actually, I don't hate the Bengals draft. They actually had a really good underrated draft.
Yeah, I think that division's not close. I think it's Bengals or Ravens to lose, but and then Pittsburgh. Obviously, I didn't love what they did, and they're so dependent on Rodgers coming back, which isn't a good
another one.
dependency.
I think the Texans did really well, and I think the Jags shit the bed.
Sure.
Yeah, the Jags. I don't know what they were doing.
The Texans actually had a really good draft. I feel like they just got key positions.
Yeah, drafted that O lineman in the second round. Drafted that D
Savage.
in the first round.
Yeah. So I think that they may have closed the gap as well. But
I'm telling you, if I'm picking the divisions now, Houston are winning that, no doubt in my mind.
Houston can win it by just winning every game 10-0.
Houston can make it to the Super Bowl if they just have adequate quarterback play.
Yeah, that's a big out. That's a big if though.
Not that big of an if.
No, it's not that big of an if. Okay. It's not the biggest if in the NFL.
No, it's not. I didn't say it was. I didn't say the biggest.
But it is an if. It's a question.
That's all I'm saying. It's an if.
All right. That is it for us this week. Make sure you follow us on our socials, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. If you're only following on one, do us a favor. Go and follow the other three. Following on two.
We're greedy.
Two. Like, give us all of them.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. We need them all.
It does help. It really does help.
And it costs you nothing, you grubs. So just do it.
Yeah, way to get the fans on board. Call them grubs. Yeah, good
I know,
job,
Scotty. No, in fairness,
nice to them.
we have a lot of grub fans, and Lockie Kemp's one of them.
Yeah.
All right?
Lockie's one of the few good guys.
No, Lockie's chill.
I love him more than any of you, but he's a grub.
No, he's all right.
And I say that with a term of endearment.
I always fight for Lockie. He's all right.
Shout out Lockie.
And our sponsors, the Sporting Globe Churnside Park. Make sure you download the app, get in there. And also, a big shout out to our boy Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the scenes tonight.
Weapon.
Unreal job. All the graphics, the video, the voice clips, the questions. That's all Tommy. So shout out to you, big boy.
Legend.
With the thickest head of hair in the Arthur family, which is
Thicket.
it's a tough one to announce, but it's coming. What do you mean it's coming? It's done. No, shout out to everyone. Make sure you tune in. Get us on socials. Clips coming out every day. We had 3 clips a day this week, and I intend on doing the same next week as well. So get on board. Comment. Tell us what we're wrong. Tell us what we're right. Shout out to all the questions, and shout out to you two boys. Peace out. We'll see you next week.